Oh well. Ah! Disneyland, Florida in the background. I already made that joke, but...
And if it were Florida, it would be Disney World, wouldn't it?
I don't remember the difference.
Disney World is actually like an upscale tourist attraction. Disneyland is like the place where poor people go because they can't afford to go to Disney World.
I'm not wearing any pants.
You lack training. Focus.
A smile? A smirk? My goodness! He's learned a new facial expression. It doesn't involve baring his teeth. That fog is very strategically placed.
Like every anime. For once, it's not being used to block out titties.
Fight and drink fine wine. You fight and sleep with beautiful women. Hell, fight with beautiful women.
That's what Olga's for.
That is what it means to live.
Friggin' barbarian.
Yeah, I bet he would get along with the Vikings.
He is one. That's really ripped off.
Except in, how incredibly similar we look. He has the Ganondorf eyebrows that go directly into his hairline.
Awesome.
Because they're not people. They don't deserve to have eyes.
Or identities, anyway. Beyond
Eye candy.
and jiggly tits and humorous springy noises. A quick time event to snap yourself into focus from the luscious breasts. This
game does have everything. Jiggly physics.
So, now we're playing Planet Extreme Edition.
Oh, great. Drink, chug, splash, and stand.
Doesn't want to be caught by Asura. Let's see. Just a quick time event in the middle. Water physics.
You mean sake physics?
Probably.
X for splash. I don't care how cutesy he was being. I would not splash water back at this man.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
Applause.
Ooh, it's cold metal, yo. A to stand up.
Okay. So anyway. Gosh, you're tall.
Notice what this has been doing my entire time. All these actions are doing.
Oh yeah, your rage meter is... I guess you just need to chug liquor and flirt with the faceless woman body until your rage meter is full.
They should call this like
a fish.
They should be calling this
consume more alcohol than you should.
They should be calling this a success at life meter. Why is it a rage meter?
Well, it builds the fire within a man. And
look at how tipsy he is. What a lightweight.
Okay.
Okay. Do I want to know what this does?
I'm wondering that too. At least it's like a self-aware kind of ridiculous anime video game trope.
Denied.
Oh, come on!
You do get to see August's ass. That's all we all wanted to see, though. And since there's no action in this episode... Oh, wait, no, that's later.
The world has become
A boring place. Takaya. Did you suddenly develop an accent, August?
He's so interesting.
He's civil enough to drink from cups, at least. Ow. 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 With every shake of his fist, the controller vibrates.
Yes. These are fight side by side.
Oh, conscious again.
Flashback!
That is a title card.
And so
This is that.
Yes!
We get all our action through flashbacks. To a simpler time. Back to something not nearly as entertaining.
I believe it's a testament to how, like, lackluster the combat is, where we want to go back to the hot springs.
Asura's also slow as balls, except when he needs to be.
When he's slow as balls, except when he needs to be slow as balls.
Except for when he needs to be fed. Oh, a new type of enemy!
How novel. Goma Charger, impurity level 87. It's a rhino.
That really actually does just look like a rhino with, like, terrible red veins covering it. Oh, this enemy charges and you have to dodge so that it runs into the wall. How novel. Okay, he's dead. This is like the worst part of the combat. It's just, oh right, this is an action game. Let's put some action in this episode.
And not
It's not necessarily boring, but it is kind of boring to watch.
Let's have it not be, and let's not have the action be August punching him in the face. Or let's have it not.
He just crushed it in half.
Let's have it not be just August punching him in the face.
That would be great. Quick time events to have August punch Asura in the face.
That's who the game should have been about. August just being awesome. 12,000 years of drinking, banging women, and fighting. Woohoo! Sounds like Conker's Bad Fur Day, but less mature, probably, and with less poo jokes.
I think those are real reasons I never played those games.
With all the poo jokes.
Yes.
That's the reason I love those games.
Although the Great Mighty Pooh is still great.
It's in the name.
And I'm going to throw my at you.
I still remember seeing in GamePro the early build of that game, and it was nothing like the end result. It was just like, oh, Conquer 64, another cute platformer by Rare.
Didn't it end up being a shooter? It was one of the Conquer games that was like a shooter for the 360.
Yeah.
Or like the original Xbox.
Yeah, Conquer Live and Reloaded. But, I mean, Conquer's Bad Fur Day for the N64, the original Conquer game.
And Conquer was also in Diddy Kong Racing, yes. And so was Banjo, but not Kazooie.
He was like Bob Saget on Full House, you know, completely subdued. And we don't know what that was like. Round two, mofo.
Given that Full House was my first exposure to Bob Saget, I thought that was kind of how he always was.
And then you saw a special, and you're like, oh my god, he's possessed!
Actually, I saw him tell the aristocrats once.
Oh no! Oh my goodness, that's a horrible way to find out Bob Saget's not Danny Taylor.
Danny Tanner.
Tanner, I never watched that show, I couldn't stand it. Thank goodness Baywatch is the most watched show in history. And
really?
Not that, yeah.
Not MASH?
No, it's Baywatch. I'm pretty sure it was MASH, and then people decided sex is more important than compassion and drama and decent television,
kind of poor humor and jokes about
and acting.
War.
Yeah, or decent acting. Or acting at all. After Carmen Electra got onto Baywatch, I was like, it's not a television show anymore. I don't know what it is. It's just something on TV with women in skin-tight outfits. Of course, I could get that on Star Trek Voyager and get pretty decent acting and good storylines. So,
You seem to disagree.
From the episodes of Voyager I've seen...
Matt saw the Kazon episodes of Voyager, which never needed to air.
I also am not entirely a big Star Trek fan to begin with. I'm always firmly on the Star Wars side of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
When you shoot fire, apparently.
For a little while, I forgot this game was happening. We were off talking about...
What were we talking about?
Bob Saget,
yes.
Horrible jokes, and then Star Trek.
Do you all even remember how Bob Saget came up?
Full House.
Yeah, but... Oh, it was because... You were likening Bob Saget being on Full House to something.
We're going to have to listen to the playback.
No.
Come on.
At some point, maybe.
No,
okay, finally a burst.
We're not going to do that right now. We're just going to, we're going to listen.
I hate the spin the stick inputs. He just did a... He did a freaking tiger.
Oh, his eyes are back to normal.
Well, no, it's the past.
I know,
Apparently, being trapped for 12,000 years makes his eyes glow. Is the only appreciable difference we can assert.
I think it's just how angry he gets.
Well, even when he's super calm.
Well, I like to think he always kind of maintains a baseline level of anger.
Hatred of the world and everyone around him. Once again, the wonderful Capcom tradition of characters who just don't need pupils. Like Dalsum and Sagat, and a new enemy.
And Bison and,
He's going to fight a fish on land.
You said Sagat already.
That's a lot for one series, anyway, and August.
Bam. Man, I called it!
He runs like a freaking wild animal.
I think he is a bit of a wild animal. In a sense.
Back to Disneyland.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Conker's Bad Fur Day and likening him to... If that's the first time you met Conker in Diddy Kong Racing, it's seeing Danny...
But how did we get to Conker's Bad Fur Day?
I don't even know.
I was like...
This is why conversations are fun.
August's life is basically like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
And it all comes back around.
This is like...
This is called Backtracking, kids.
A full circle.
This is called Backtracking, kids. This is what you don't want to have to do in a video game.
Well, there's no backtracking this, but we can always pop in Metroid Prime. Backtracking the video game.
And making it fun? What hast thou wrought?
I argue with whether or not the backtracking is fun in that game.
The game was too good to not be fun at any point.
Or suddenly we're in some freaking, like, ancient Japanese bullshit. Let's see what's in... Oh! There's Ryu is shoryukening someone in the background.
It looks like Sagat. It looks like Sagat, actually.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Doing a tiger punch. He's got the shorts, and he's got the leg and hand wraps.
And that's probably the that looks like the flea from Okami on that leaf there. Feel free to he's just laying on this other guy. Somewhere in Shinto. They say Lord August has gone off to fight the Fallen One.
Fine.
The traitor was Lord August's pupil, was he not?
Do you think Lord August sympathizes with the fallen one?
Sympathize? That's ridiculous. Lord August is the most merciless of the seven. I believe he has gone to finish the traitor off.
And where did Lord August go?
Kazuki Springs. Lord August always goes there to bathe before a battle.
Against Lord August, surely the fallen one is doomed this time.
They wouldn't be so sure, Lord. Lord Wyzen and Lord Calro were defeated, so who's to say that Lord August will fare any better?
Doji Soldier B has suddenly turned into Duke Nukem.
Stop. You have obviously never seen Lord August in battle.
It brings a tear to his eye.
You would not say such things if you had.
What's that behind? Oh, it's the soldier behind him. Oh, look, it's Amy.
Yeah, I'm a Terasu. What's up?
What are you doing here? And there's birds on his head for some reason. Like, also shedding tears.
They're professional mourners. I know because I was a soldier thousands of years ago during the War of Creation. No one can defeat Lord August. He very well may be even stronger than Lord Deus.
Peeping Toms.
Now, enough of your babble. Move it.
That's one of the cats from Monster Hunter. They just packed all sorts of references in here. Yes, sir!
Asura and August's duel to the death begins. Their battle breaches the limits of possibility and breaks
Go beyond the impossible. And kick reason to the curb.
The victor, student or master, the outcome is unknown, even to the gods.
And that's half of Asura's Wrath, everybody.
Yay!
See you next episode.